she ready.
Y'all know I'm ready, baby. I always ready.
Oh, I feel you. I hear you. I started off pissed off and I was like, Lord.
Not today.
Not today. Not today.
No. Okay, we got Soror Wilkerson on. Who else?
Okay, let me try to go back to, I'm recording, but I'm trying to go back to the Facebook Live. So give me a moment.
Good morning, Soror. How are you?
Good morning.
Doing well.
Good morning, my gorgeous, beautiful, beautiful Sorors.
Auntie, we ready, baby.
You always ready. Ain't got to get ready.
Always, baby. You know, they say I stay on 10. Today I'm on 22. Please.
All right now.
Oh. Let me see anybody.
I'm gonna try to tag some people in. They had to call mom and them.
Okay.
What Sheila's talking about? She said she's gonna join at 9:58.
Who said that?
Sheila said that. Oh, we're gonna be done.
Maybe she meant 8:58.
Yeah, I'm gonna assume that's what she meant.
I am actually trying to switch over to my laptop.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm on my laptop so I can be on Facebook on my phone.
Sheila says she's in the waiting room.
So give me just a minute.
Okay.
So we're about to go live.
All righty.
Go back to I don't see anybody in the waiting. Okay. Good morning, everyone, on our Facebook Live feed. I want to say good morning. Check out all of these beautiful ladies. Oh, yes, they're in their blue, royal blue and gold. Today is the Sigma Gamma Rose Founders Sorority Incorporated Founders Day. So we have a bunch of wonderful ladies on the feed today. So let me just go through real quick. Make sure I have everybody in. We have Dean Dr. Sharice Jones-Branch right here in Jonesboro, Arkansas. Miss Cherie Leonard. Where are you from, Miss Cherie? Is it Cherie or Sherry?
Cherie.
Cherie, okay.
Yes, I'm originally Chicago, but now I am in Memphis.
Okay. And then we have Soror, Amy Jones. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm doing well. Thank you. Straight out of Memphis, Tennessee.
Memphis, okay. And then we have Miss Sheila. Okay, please tell me what your last name.
Sheila is Sewell.
Sewell. Okay,
yes.
Thank you for joining us. And where are you from?
I'm representing Mississippi, but I live here in Tennessee and Memphis.
All righty. So I can't thank you ladies enough for joining us on today. We are here to celebrate you, all things royal blue and gold and poodles. And so we're going to be going live on air in just a moment. And I can't wait to dive into this conversation because you all have had a year with the new alumni chapter. Oh gosh, I'm gonna go live just a moment. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. those of you on the live feed, you can see who we are with today. Today is the Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated's Founders Day. So let's give a shout out to all the ladies of the royal blue and gold today. If you see one, you know they're going to have on their colors. So just say Happy Founders Day to them. So we have some wonderful ladies joining us today. We have Dean Dr. Sharice Jones Branch. We have Miss Cherie Leonard, Miss Amy Jones, and Miss Sheila. Oh my goodness, please, Sewell. Okay, there we go. Okay, I'm going to get that right before it's over with. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us on today. So we're going to just dive right into, first we'll start out with some of the basics of the sorority as a whole on the national level. And then let's get right down into the local level, because you all have had an exciting year. You've been doing some wonderful projects in your communities with the alumni chapter. So I can't wait to hear all about that. So who would like to go first?
Go ahead, Soror Amy.
Yes, definitely. Hey, I don't mind at all. You know, I don't mind at all. We have definitely been doing some wonderful, exciting things. Even during the pandemic, we're still giving back. We're still showing love. Even on Veterans Day, we gave back to the veterans with candy and everything. And today we're doing the preemies. We're giving baskets to the preemies. And we, like you said, we did bring in a line of 4 beautiful, wonderful sorors. I mean, you know, and being able to bring in a line in the midst of all this, that definitely speaks volumes. So we are definitely excited, and it's yet more and more to come. So hey, look out for us. We're here. We're flooding your timelines. We are in the house.
All right. Oh, good.
And just to speak on the national level, today is Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated 98th Founders Day. We are 98 years old. I mean, I know we look so wonderful, and we're so beautiful. We're such pretty poodles. So it's hard to believe that we are celebrating 98 years, but we are celebrating 98 years of sisterhood, service, and scholarship on today. So we are already painting the timelines on Facebook Blue and Gold. My fingers are so sore because I've been scrolling and liking all morning. And just to throw it out there, we were founded by 7 educators at the Butler University in 1922, a predominantly white university. Our beautiful sorors, our brave and courageous sorors stood up and said, you know what? We want to make a difference locally. We want to make a difference on this campus. We want to make a difference in the world. They did that, and here we are now, the fruits of their labor, 98 years later, 2 years until centennial, 2 years until 100 years, you all. 2 years.
Right.
I just had to throw that out there.
Yes, baby. Yes, I love it.
And I think it's also important for us to point out that not only were we founded in 1922 at Butler University, we were founded at an institution that had a Klan leader living next door. So I really want to emphasize the circumstances under which this sorority was founded, and has managed to make it through to 98 years. But yeah, we are counting down to 2022.
Yes.
It's absolutely amazing. So let's talk about the pillars or the principles that the sorority was founded on, and go a little deeper into those.
Yeah, as I said, we were founded by 7 educators, and you will find that a lot of our sorority sisters today are educators. I mean, you have the wonderful, amazing right here, Dr. Jones Branch right here. So, I mean, she's one of the ones that's trailblazing right now. And so one of our that I would like to talk about is sisterhood. I think that's the one that sticks out to me the most, because I'm a daughter, I'm a mother, I'm an auntie, and all those things. I actually have a grown daughter who's also a sorority sister. So we really believe in sisterhood. And I think that stands out the most because a lot of us are not from Memphis. You know, we're transplanted here. When I first moved here in 2013, it was just my son and me. And the first people who reached out to me were, of course, my sorors. And even to this day, like, we stand strong on sisterhood. And that's just not locally, that's across the country. Our international grand ambassador was on the Ricky Smiley Morning Show this morning, and we were all just so excited about her and how she spoke about, again, sisterhood and what that means, especially as Soror Jones said, in this time of the pandemic, we've had sorors pouring into other sorors' lives, you know, because they've lost family members, they've lost income, they've lost a lot. But as Amy said, we are strong when it comes to sisterhood. We really, really, really believe that. We don't just speak it, we walk it and we talk it. So I want to speak on sisterhood because that's one of the ones that's most closely to my heart.
Okay.
And I want to speak on service because our motto is greater service, greater
progress.
And we definitely live by that. We're all about humanity. We're all about service. We're all about giving back. You know, just like she said, we're even with the sisterhood, you know, giving back within that, you know, one won't fall without the other, you know, and that we definitely believe in that. We definitely believe in our community. Chapter out of West Memphis, we saw the need in West Memphis, and we say, hey, we are there to assist and we are there to do what is needed. So we are definitely here for the service.
All right.
I mean, I absolutely agree with that 110%. I mean, we believe in serving wherever we happen to be. Of course, I'm a member of the chapter in West Memphis, but I live here in Jonesboro. Service has always been important to me since I moved here on a transplant as well. But Jonesboro is my community. So I am 150% invested in doing the work that's necessary to help this community to grow and to thrive. So I think that's a common theme for all of us and for really any SG role that you need. We're going to talk a lot about sisterhood. We're going to talk a lot about service, but we're also going to place a considerable emphasis on the importance of education.
Okay. Thank you. And we have another lovely lady who joined us, Miss Keisha Mack. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. So would you like to introduce yourself and tell us where you're from?
Sure. My name is Keisha Mack, and I moved here from England, but I grew up in Florida. My dad was in the Air Force, and we lived a little of everywhere. But I call Memphis home now, 98, and love it.
Okay, thank you so much. And so the ladies were talking about the pillars or the principles, and forgive me, what do you call them? Every organization called them something different. The basis of what your organization was founded on.
So we are founded on sisterhood, scholarship. Education is huge. Our 7 regal educators that started this wonderful sorority 98 years ago really had a basis rooted and set in education. It was a pivotal time when the sorority was getting started. And when you think of Sigma Gamma Rho, you think of scholarship and education.
All right, so some of the ladies have already talked about sisterhood, and they talked about service, and Dr. Sharice touched on education a little bit. And is there any other principle or one of those foundations that you would like to expound upon?
For me, I would say the service arm of the sorority is very important. When you join an organization and you look at how you're being represented in the community, the thing that I love about this organization is that we are not afraid to stand up. We are not afraid to stand out. We are not afraid to stand on principles that are present day. Sometimes organizations look back at what you were doing in the past. So those are things that we can grow upon. But right now, you think about injustices that are being done with minorities, with women, with children. So the service arm of the organization, especially with youth and how we work in the community with the youth symposium and different things like that, the service arm for me is something that's very, very, it just stands out. People know who we are. We're at a march. we're at a any type of organization that is supposed to be, doing what they're supposed to be doing. You don't just join a Greek organization and say, "Oh, I have these letters." You have to really stand and be up and be aware of who you are and be that and do that proudly.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, do we lose her?
I'm
Alrighty.
still here.
Okay. It got quiet for a minute. Miss Cherie, would you like to chime in and what sticks out for you and why did you join? And I would love for every one of you all to share. Why did you join Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated?
Okay. Well, I joined, like someone else on this call, almost 30 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And one of the things that stood out for me about Sigma Gamma Rho is I was on a predominantly white campus in Illinois. And Sigma Gamma Rho was the only organization that I would see that would have a table in the student center. They were trying to educate people on different things. You didn't just see them at a party strolling around. And I waited until my senior year to pledge, and back then I pledged. But I waited a while because I wanted to make sure it was the right fit for me.
Okay.
And I've always wanted to give back to the community. And even after college, I wasn't active for a while, but when I came to Memphis, and as Sheila had mentioned, the stores in Memphis just welcomed me. And I've been active since I've been here, and I love every minute of it. Amy mentioned about the service, and we do service throughout the year. And as everyone else with this pandemic, we had to learn to pivot. What does that look like when we can't get together? But we, I think, have done a great job of pivoting during the pandemic and figuring out what we can do. So even this week, we have so many events planned. As far as Saturday, we recognized the nurses and gave them candy. Wednesday was the winter weather collection for our veterans and collecting socks and so forth for them. She mentioned the preemie baby presentation, just recognizing those who have premature babies. Friday is all about our teachers. We're going to recognize those Golden Apple Awards for those teachers. Saturday, World Diabetes Day. So, and then Monday, we're going to round it out with Operation Big Book Bag after our big Founders Day celebration on Sunday. So we're still learning to do service even through the pandemic. So it's critical. It's part of who it's in our DNA.
That's amazing. I want to give a shout out to a few people that are watching, and to everyone else that is watching who I can't see. Thank you for joining in. Miss Omega Wood says, "Happy Founders Day, sorors." I'm guessing this is Mrs. Emma from North Jonesboro Neighborhood Initiative. Good morning, my lovely sorors. Good morning, Chanel Scales. Thank you for watching. And again, if you see any lady in their purple, oh Lord, royal blue and gold, please show them some love. I want to now get into the alumni chapter, which is Mu Sigma Sigma.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, please forgive me.
Talk about why we joined. Did you still want us to first talk about why we joined?
Oh, yes. Please forgive me. Yes. So we have about 6 minutes left in this first segment. So each of you can share why you joined in the second segment. We'll get into the alumni chapter. I apologize.
Well, I'll go ahead and go. I, like Cherie, joined a few decades ago. I joined in fall 1991, the Mu Gamma line at the College of Charleston. So it'll be 30 years for us next year. And I have to tell you, as I tell everybody all the time, I'm actually an AKA legacy, but I decided that Sigma Gamma Rho was a much better fit for me. As I much like Cherie said, I saw them out doing service. I knew that they were founded by educators, and I just knew intuitively that that's what would work for me. And and I too sat out for probably about a little more than a quarter of a century. But when I came back with a vengeance.
Mhm.
And as I've told people, I'm here for the long haul, and I don't regret the decision that I made at all. And I'm absolutely thrilled to be back in the fold. And I'll go ahead and tell you guys this. You'll see this when my next book comes out. But I thank Sigma Gamma Rho in that book for welcoming me back into the fold.
Amazing. Thank you. All right, Miss Amy.
Yes, I actually only joined, it's going on 3 years. My Sigmaversary is actually coming up on December 22nd. I joined fall of 2017, and I actually joined grad chapter. I joined because I saw my best friend. She is a soror, Sylvia Askew Newhouse. She is a soror, and just saw the light in her, just saw the change in her, and began to invite me out to different activities and everything. And I'm like, wow, they're different. Like, I like them. And the me that I am, I fit right in. They allowed me to be me, and that meant everything to me. And so I said, yeah, I want to do this. And I just waited patiently until she invited me, and I was so anxious about it. So when she finally asked me, did I want to join? I'm like, yeah, what you been waiting on to ask me? And I've been running ever since. They call me the show poodle, so I got to represent every chance I get.
And she does.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my goodness. I remember when Mu Sigma Sigma first, well, I guess reestablished or established, and the very first line that you all crossed, I remember Miss Amy, like you stood out because you were just you were just energetic and hype and like, okay. you kept everyone on their toes.
Always.
So if anyone comes to an interest meeting and they're not excited by your energy, then something's wrong. Something's wrong with them.
Absolutely. That's important, Fabila. I mean, we want people to know that we are welcoming. We are welcoming. We are kind, generous, open-minded, and open-hearted people. So if you come to our interest meeting, we're not there to freeze you out or to mistreat you or anything like that. So anybody who's had those kinds of experiences, well, that's just unfortunate, but that's not the experience you're going to have with us.
All right. Miss Sheila, did you get a chance to share your story?
I came in a long, long time ago too, almost 25 years in March. I know I don't look it, it's just the melanin. But anyway, I also pledged at a predominantly white institution. And what was funny is the Sigma Gamma Rose had just come back to Southern Miss in spring '95. And so just so happened that a lot of my sorors that were not my sorors then, but they lived on my floor in the dorm. And then also one of my best friends, we've been friends for over 30 years. We decided, we're going to do this thing together, and we did. So she's one of my line sisters now. And so I joined for a lot of different reasons. I saw them, as Cherie said, they were on campus a lot, and they were just welcoming. I'm kind of like Amy. I'm the energetic one. I'm the one that's gonna be at service Friday morning, but at the club Saturday night. Representing, because we have sorors who do it all, and I'm one of those. And so I like the way that they were versatile, and they made me feel so welcoming. Like I really felt genuinely welcome from the first time I met a Sigma Gamma Rho, and I was like, this speaks to me. I feel at home. I don't feel like I'm putting on airs. Like Amy said, they welcomed me for me. I was a Dairy Queen ice cream swinging, slanging, girl, but they welcomed me for that. I was a mother, at 15. So I had a child who came to stay with us, and and the sorors welcomed her, which is why she said at 5, I'm gonna be a Sigma Gamma Rho, and she's now Sigma Gamma Rho. So
That's
for me,
awesome.
it's like Amy said, I just felt so welcome, and I knew when I met them, I was at home, and I've been at home for almost 25 years now.
That's awesome. Thank you, ladies. Right, we're going to get ready to go into our first break. For those of you listening on air, we will be still live on Facebook. So if you want to hop on and join some of the conversation, we won't give away too much because we want you to know about all the wonderful work that this chapter, the Mu Sigma Sigma chapter, has been doing. Even though they live in different cities, they have been working. Has it been almost 2 years now?
Yes,
Almost 2
January
years.
26th will be 2 years.
And so when I tell you they have been working, and I love the work that you all are doing in your communities, even though you may live in different states, you are still working. So we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we will pick up our conversation with the lovely ladies of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated in their lovely royal blue and gold. So stay tuned. You don't want to miss out. But again, we're still live on Facebook, so you can hop on over and join our conversation there. We'll be right back after these announcements. All right, ladies. So we are off air, but we're still live on Facebook. So I know y'all got some wonderful things planned today, like some fun things, even though you all are distant, but you have anything fun planned?
Yeah.
Well, this evening, there is, as a national organization, we are doing a toast to our founders. So that's the one thing about this pandemic that's allowed people to change how they do things. So as everyone's going to be on a I don't know if it's a Zoom call or some type of virtual format today to celebrate our founders.
Okay.
So we're looking forward to that.
Hi, Miss Keisha. Sorry it took me a while to get back with you. I was trying to wrap up.
That's okay, no problem. People were calling. This is my first Founders Day. So the phone was ringing and I didn't know how to click and not lose you on Zoom. So don't we love technology?
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. So I see are you logged into 2 devices? We don't want there to be an echo.
No, I'm logging on the computer. I'm turning the phone off. I was trying to get on
Okay.
the computer so I had better quality.
Okay. Alrighty. We have some shout outs. Mrs. Emma says, so proud to be a part of this fabulous sorority and part of the first line. And we definitely want to talk about that process when we come back from break. What was it like organizing, the first line, and what was the I guess the mood, the emotions of the new initiates, and we'll definitely talk about the newest initiates, and what that process was like. And then of course, all of the wonderful work you all have done. I just want to say thank you on behalf of KLEK. Mrs. Emma came out to our mini Juneteenth celebration, and she brought some books that you all provided. So that was amazing. Like, one of the ladies messaged me later and was showing her daughter with one of the books she picked up, and then I guess the book had another little girl that looked like her in the book, and she was just so excited about it. So representation matters. So thank you all so much for that. We have 2 more announcements, and so Miss Keisha, I don't know if you got a chance to share. Did you get a chance to share your story of why you joined?
I did not, but I am one of the newest members to this illustrious organization. And so the reason I joined,
Wait a minute.
I,
I'm sorry.
have, okay.
Have you saved that because we're going to get ready? I don't want you to run out of time.
Okay.
We have like a minute, and I don't want to cut you off
Okay.
in the
No
middle of
problem
you
at all.
talking. So we'll save that a little bit for the people when we come back on air, but I want to give you opportunity to share, and then we'll move into, I don't know why Omicron is in my head. It's Mu Sigma Sigma.
Mu Sigma Sigma. Yes. Yes. Mu Sigma Sigma.
Sigma, Sigma.
I don't know. Maybe looking at Leganzi messaged me this morning. Their alumni chapters Mu Omicron something. Oh gosh. Okay, I gotta get Omicron out of my head. That much I know. I'm sorry, y'all.
It's okay. It's okay.
All right.
You're good. You're definitely.
I want to thank everyone for checking in. And again, if you see any of these ladies in their royal blue and gold, Give them some love. Give them some flowers. Buy them lunch. Do something nice for these lovely ladies. Um, Jacqueline Williamson says, looking fantastic.
That's my mommy. Hey,
Ah.
mommy.
All right, here we go, ladies.
Shout out to my husband. He's watching too. He's L Branch the third.
Yes.
All right, welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I'm your host, Kavila Jones, and I'm speaking with the lovely, lovely ladies of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated and the Mu Sigma Sigma Alumni Chapter. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us today on your Founders Day. So we're going to just keep the conversation rolling. We have Ms. Keisha Mack, who's going to share her story of why she joined, and then we're going to move into some more local information about what the chapter has been doing, what it was like putting that first line together, and then you have the new line that just crossed. And so we'll start with Ms. Keisha, and then we'll let whoever go into the chapter information.
Thank you so much, Ms. Jones. So yes, I am one of the newest alumni members of Mu Sigma Sigma chapter of the sorority. And for me, I have friends in all of the Greek organizations. And to be honest, when you come out, for me, when I came out of high school, growing up in Florida, we had a cotillion, as you come out, and our representation was from another sorority. And, I just seen them on the yard. I was at FSU and thought that, I wanted to do it. And then I was a little shy. And so fast forward, and I turned the golden age of 50 this year. And
No, you did.
yes, April, I turned 50. And I kept, I went to some other activities, and how you're just kind of not sure. And I kept saying, you know what, if I want to do this, but I'm going to wait until the organization that I select fits me and it's right for me. And I was invited to a meet and greet. And from the day I walked in the door, it was just very different. There was information about who the sorority, who they were. There was information of them doing things in the community. And for me, I saw myself fitting into that. I knew that my background working with, women, my background working with children, being a military child and a wife at that time, it just all made sense and it fit. And so the person that I went to and said I was interested, she was like, what? Because I didn't say anything. I really wanted to make a genuine connection, and I wanted to make sure that it fit. And the decision has been the best experience. The professionalism of the sorority, the support, just, how we transitioned during the pandemic was nothing. It was just more than I could have dreamed, but great decision. And I think you have to make a fit. So at the road of 50, here I am, new into the sorority, and just, excited to continue to keep my arms, my sleeves pushed up. I work with the St. Jude arm of the sorority, and, we just have so much more to do in the community. And I'm just excited, super excited.
That's awesome. Can I just say, ladies, I need your beauty secrets because, I mean, y'all look amazing.
I'm in the over 50 club too, so.
What?
And I will be in the club in about 36 days.
Okay, I need them secrets right now. Wow,
Yeah.
you ladies are amazing. So amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. All right, so let's go ahead and move into Mu Sigma Sigma. Tell us when, where, how, and all the goodies about the sorority, the chapter.
Well, I'll just start and talk a little bit about how I got involved, and I'll let everybody else fill in the rest of the details. But our now basilisk came to me with the idea, and I wasn't active at the time, and I was immediately on board and immediately reactivated because it was clear that there was a need in Eastern Arkansas. And while we have chapters in other parts of the state, there wasn't anything in this part of the world. And for me being in Jonesboro, the closest Sigma Gamma Rho chapters are 2.5 hours away, or 4.5 hours away on the other side of the state. So logistically, that just wasn't feasible for me. But when Basilisk Dogan came to me with the idea, I was like, I'm going to reactivate. And what do you need me to do? I'm on board.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yes,
Right.
and we do service Eastern Arkansas, and as you heard from, many of us live in Memphis, but we're right over the bridge. And to Dr. Jones Branch's point, there was a need in the community in Eastern Arkansas. And so there were 10 of us who came together to charter the chapter. And we have done, as you mentioned, some really good work in the Eastern Arkansas area. And as a chapter, we're growing tremendously. And we're so excited about that. And it's just been a fun ride this last, not even 2 years. And we have our resume of things we have done is extensive.
Absolutely. Yeah. Just most recently, not to go into a whole lot of detail about the election, but some of us were in Forest City, for example, participating in Stroll to the Polls. So we were going from one neighborhood to the next and encouraging people to get out to vote. I mean, we had a caravan. So we were like, if you don't have transportation, we will take you to the polls. Here's some information about why you should vote and how to vote and so on and so forth. And so, you know, we've been out there, doing the work.
Bam. All right. Would anyone else like to chime in?
Yes, just to let everyone know, Mu Sigma Sigma was actually chartered on January the 26th of 2019 at
Okay.
47 a.m. And we're definitely excited about it. We saw the new young mayor, and he was doing wonderful, wonderful things. And we said, hey, you know, we, like they said, we see the need and we are here for it. We are definitely here, willing and able to do whatever is needed for the community. And Jess was so excited, like she said, when our now Basilisk Yolanda Dogan reached out, you know, we were definitely excited about it and definitely willing and definitely just ready to build. So we are definitely.
All right. All right. So give us a rundown. I know you've done so many things, but give us a rundown what you all have done, because you hit the ground literally running. Once Mu Sigma Sigma got off the ground, you hit the ground running. So tell us some of the activities you've done and the different communities you serve.
Well, one of the places that we tend to frequent is a place that feeds the homeless in West Memphis. And so we'll go there, you know, we've been there Thanksgiving to help feed people. We have been there on Martin Luther King Jr. Day to help feed people. We have donated socks and shoes to them as well to help, you know, some of the homeless people in West Memphis. It was mentioned about the books. Well, we have books that we have given to lots of people. We were in a parking lot, right, Sharice, one day giving out books to children there. We have partnered with a few of the schools in the community with giving books. We've given ties. There was one school that has an organization with young men, and they wanted them to all have ties. So we all collected ties and donated, I want to say it was about 30 ties to them, and then also donated a bunch of shoes to them. And so it's been a lot of different things. I'm trying to think. It's so
Swim
much.
1922. We also did that to the Swim 1922.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, African Americans to don't be scared to learn how to swim. So we did that in West Memphis as well.
That
Wow.
was in Forest City, I think, right?
That's right, Forest City.
We were in Forest City, and it was also a health clinic. So we had different
we
tables
also
and
did
booths
have,
that people come
exactly.
to. Yes.
And most
Wow.
recently, we right here in Jonesboro, the Jonesboro Black Professional Network was asking people to donate books, and they had really only asked for 50 books total. But because we had some books left over from the book drive we did in West Memphis before the coronavirus shutdown, we just gave them more books. I think they got 50 books alone from the organization, because that's
Wow.
about how many I had in the back of my car. But, but I mean, but these are great books, right? These are books
Yes, wonderful book.
varying age levels, on varying topics. Quite a few of them were on African American history. There was at least one book that was on voting in elections for young people. So, you know,
Wow.
not silly, frivolous books. These are books that will really teach young people some things. And they're also books that they see themselves in, because once again, representation matters.
Yes, ma'am.
And,
All right.
Ms. Jones, I would just want to add another thing, just our relationship with KLEK. So at the beginning of the pandemic, you all were collecting things to help people in need.
Yes.
And I drove from Memphis out to you all in Jonesboro, and I brought a car full of stuff,
We
clothes,
thank you.
blankets, whatever. I brought all kinds of stuff there, and that was as part of our organization as well. So as you can see, as part of Eastern Arkansas, we cast a wide net between, you know, the West Memphis area, Jonesboro, and Forest City, and we try to reach them all.
And if that means we have to hit the road to do it, we will.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. I
And
want to
so,
give a
Ms.
shout out to
Jones,
some more
that's-
people. Oh,
Sorry.
Oops, I'm sorry, I was
Oh.
gonna say, so you can see that's why someone that is a professional woman that may be interested, they can see that this organization is somewhere where everybody can fit. You know, if you're that person that wants to, you know, if you got a passion for reading or working with young people or adults or homeless, all of those things, you're going to find your niche within Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. So, you know, it was very easy for me to make the choice to select this sorority.
that's awesome. I want to give a shout out to a few people. Mr. Ezel Branch III, good morning to you. Keisha Ivory Darnell says, yes, beautiful women.
That's my bestie.
Mrs. Emma says, I'm in the over 60 club. Now, she looks
Oh,
wonderful.
Miss Emma, you look good.
Yes.
Birthday.
Looking fierce, I might add.
Right.
Jeff
Yeah.
Pano says, keep up the great work, ladies. And
That's that ending love. That's that ending love. We see you.
and Mr. Branch says, do I have any missing ties, Dr. Oh, no.
Your brain's got jokes.
And then Donna Faye says, happy Founders Day, my lovely sorors.
Thank you, Ellen.
And Ms. Emma says, the sorority participates in a big way in the Craig County NAACP.
Yes.
Yes,
Mhm.
ma'am. So you will see one of these ladies somewhere everywhere.
And
So
I want to
just,
give a special shout out to Soror Agnew, who also ran for city council, Jonesboro
Yes.
City Council.
Yes.
yes. She ran a wonderful campaign. Of
Yes.
course, you know, I have to be mindful of what I say, but I really admire her as a person because I knew her before then. So I admire her work in the community and what she's done. And so she didn't run a really great campaign. So
And I would tell anybody, I've known Ms. Agnew for a really long time, and she's a very important part of the community. And I was proud to stand out in the cold in campaign.
look, if anybody knows Dr. Branch, if it's too hot, too cold, she's like, no.
I was proud to do it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. I want to go ahead and talk about the lines that you all have been able to bring in. Since the chartering of your chapter, you have brought in 2 lines. So let's talk about that.
Yes. I guess I'll go ahead. Yes. Our first line was the 7 Roses of Primavera, and they were definitely phenomenal. young ladies. We were so excited to be bringing in the 7. It was just such a treat. And as you all saw, and as you said, we showed up and we showed out. The ladies were beautiful, well put together, and hey, and they brought a lot to the table. They definitely brought a lot to the table. We got a variety of phenomenal women that even one we got a great veteran came in our group. Actually 2 veterans.
Okay.
That we got so, and I mean just phenomenal teacher. I mean just from all walks of life, just beautiful women. And our second which Miss Keisha is our 4 pearls of golden perfection. And hey, those ladies were definitely phenomenal. Like I said, then that they actually came in during the pandemic and they did what they had to do, and we did what we had to do to bring them through. Hey, and that was just definitely phenomenal to me. And I just definitely shout out to all of those beautiful women that chose Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated, and not only that, chose Mu Sigma as their home. So yes. It's definitely been a treat, and hey, we got more to come. Definitely more to come. We are definitely not finished yet. We actually Ruby chapter. Yes, we with 22 financial. So we actually one of the I think area 1 in Arkansas. We're one of the largest chapters in our area in Arkansas. So being that we are new, hey, they counted us out, but you might well count us in. You know, like I told back, waters down with hot, they all on us. I'm saying it's definitely, you know, I'm saying yeah, we love it.
And I also think it's important that not only are we having lines, we are welcoming sorors who've not been active in a while home. Come home. We are here. We're waiting on you. We're welcoming you. Come back.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
We recently did have an open house in which we invited a lot of young ladies who were interested in the organization, as well as some sorors who have not been in a while. And it was a really great turnout. It looks like, you know, as Dr. Jones Francis mentioned, we have some people coming home to Sigma, and we love that. And if I may, I'd like to give some credit to Sora Amy Jones, because she was responsible for just educating the 2 lines, getting them the knowledge that they needed. And just for her, as we talk about this pandemic again, she pivoted during the pandemic. She had to do it all virtually, and it was very creative in what she did and how we got that the information or the tools, whatever these young ladies needed, she made sure they had it. I give her lots of credit for that. And those 4 women, I don't know a tighter group of women, and they did it all virtually. They still to this day talk every single day, all 4 of them together, all day long. All day
That's
long.
absolutely amazing. Amazing. So anything is possible if you're determined. Anything is possible.
Absolutely.
So again, I can't say thank you, ladies, enough. Kenya Lee says outstanding. And wanted to say thank you to everyone who's checking in. Thank you for showing love. Show some love to these ladies on today. We have about 1.5 minutes left in this segment. When we come back on the other side of our break, or we could start right now, I want to talk about the young ladies that you mentor, because you have a group of younger ladies.
Yes, my babies.
the babies. And I'm sure you all have been doing some wonderful work, even though at limited capacity in the time and space that we're in now, but still doing some work with them and getting them trained, I guess you can say. So definitely want to talk about that. And so we're going to take a break here in a moment, but we'll still be live on Facebook. And I would love for you all to share some more stories that you can share openly.
Well, one thing that I do want to say along the lines of younger women is that we are working on bringing the undergraduate chapter back to Arkansas State University. So in terms of representing, I have been very intentional for a long time about letting young women know that yes, there are women on campus who are members of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. There are 3 of us. And so
3.
yeah, there are 3 of us. And so when students see me, they know that Dr. Jones Branch, Dean Jones Branch, whatever, is a member of Sigma Gamma, a proud member of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. So there's not much that we can do officially yet, but I can certainly make people aware that the representation is here.
All right, we want to put a pause right there. So you're listening to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. We're going to take a quick break, but the conversation will continue on our Facebook Live feed. So jump on over and join us. Hopefully these ladies will share some interesting, some fun stories that, something PG. But
Well, that leaves me out.
we'll be back, y'all. Okay, we're off air, but so when we do come back, I want to talk about the young ladies group. But right now during this time, just any other fun stories, anything you all would like to share when y'all were actually able to get together.
Well, when you said a story, I actually thought about one when, as I think Cherie said, we pledged back then,
Right.
and so and one of the big sisters, she's passed away now. But what was funny is we had like a Sigma fitness plan. So because I had big sisters who was like fitness gurus, and we had to get up and do like PT and exercise in the morning. And they was like, okay, no sodas. They want us to be right for our probate show, because if you've ever stepped, like it's like 5 to 7 minutes of like hard work, and if you're like out of shape, you will not make it.
Right.
And so they like no sodas, no fried food. So it's like one day I'm like, you know what? I don't care. I'm going in the hub. I ordered me a steak sandwich with the steak fries and the Sprite. And I'm sitting there just digging in. And it's like, how you feel a presence over you? And I just felt like a Buddha presence. And I just looked up, and it was like the big sister. She was like, hey, Sheila. I was like, girl, hey. She was like, are you enjoying your lunch today? I was like, yeah, I was, until you walked up. So trust and believe, that was a conversation that we had to have. But I enjoyed that lunch. But yeah, it was just funny that she popped up like right. And I thought I had mapped it out strategically. I'm like, no, she's in class. This was in. And I just could not make it. And then another story was another line sister, the one that I've been friends for 30 years. We decided to go to the Walmart to buy those Pillsbury cinnamon rolls that are like so good. Mm-hmm. So we drove to the other Walmart. We're not going to see anybody there. We did see anybody there, but when we got back to her car, we couldn't get in her car. Like we're like trying to get the windows down. We're jamming on the doors. Then we realized that was not her car. It was somebody else's car that was just like hers. And you would have thought that we learned our lesson to not try to sneak to get those foods, but we didn't. We didn't. And we laugh about that to this day. Like we laugh about that almost 25 years later, how we were just so bent on not being Sigma fine that we wanted to go sneak away and get cinnamon rolls and almost went to jail. But yeah. Those 2 stories.
And it seems like back then, they wanted to keep you from everything good.
They
right?
do. Yes.
Can't
We got
eat
20 seconds, ladies.
Okay, can't eat this, can't hang around this one, no boys. I was like, no boys. Wait, I didn't sign up for this.
For me, in more recent years, because I was an active for 26 years, it's like, wait,
Sorry.
oops, sorry.
We have 5 seconds. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. All right, welcome back to Community Conversations on KLEK 102.5 FM. I have been really enjoying this conversation with the ladies of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. Thank you, ladies, for joining me on today, joining us here. So Dr. Sharice Jones Branch was going to tell a little story, and
I was financially active for 26 years. And when I came back, I was like, we didn't have all this paraphernalia, almost 30, we didn't have none of this stuff. So me and Cherie, I'm gonna take Cherie in with me too. We buying everything. We got all the Sigma stuff. Because we didn't have, nobody had this stuff 30 years ago. No, there was no official jacket. There was nothing.
Or either we were broke and just couldn't afford it. I don't know which, but
It was both. It was both. We didn't have no money. And even if we had, they didn't have any of this stuff. So I'm like, oh, I can get a scarf and I can get this. And I have a whole section of my closet that's just SG Row clothes, jewelry. We're not even gonna talk about how many pins I have. But I had to make up for, lost time.
We see so.
Always represent.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you, ladies, for sharing those stories. I don't want us to run out of time, but I would love for you to talk about the young ladies, the mentoring group that you have. So if anyone has a daughter, they're interested in getting them involved. So please, whoever would like to talk about that.
Sheila.
Okay, so I'm Sora Sheila Sewell. I am the chair for the Rosebuds. The Rosebuds are our newest girls. They are for the grades 2nd through 5th grade, so 8 to 11 of age. The Rosebuds do put in work. We're revamping the Rosebuds. So the Rosebuds are on a revamping spirit. We have a lot of things planned for the rest of 2020, including the vision board party, because we all know how 2020 went. So we got to put some positivity in the air for 2021. So we're doing an online vision board party. The girls are also going to be doing an online ugly sweatshirt contest where they're going to decorate some sweatshirts for Christmas. We're going to have like a fashion show, and then I'll probably get people to vote on them. We're also in the process of doing some community service-based things online, of course, because everything we have to do right now is online. So if you are a parent, an auntie, a godmother, a sister, even daddies who are watching, and you have a daughter in your life, a little girl in your life between the ages of 8 and 11, 2nd through 5th grade, those are our Rosebuds. Now we also have the Roars, who are 6th through 12th grade. Those are our older girls. So if you have a daughter that's in that age bracket, or a niece or whomever, you can get with us on that. The Rosebuds and the Roars do a lot of community service, especially before the pandemic. Pretty much anything that we do as sorors, if we can bring the young girls in, we bring them in as well, because it's one of those things of they see us doing it, they're going to want to, how they do. They like to emulate us and be like us anyway. So anytime we do community service projects as sorors, we always bring the young girls in. And of course, the rowers, they get to have like their jackets, and they get to step, and they have things for them at our national conferences and our regional conferences. They have special things for them. And the Rosebuds, they're a little bit like, we want to, so we kind of like, we want to be like, okay, you're a Rosebud, then you're going to bloom into a roar, and then you're going to become a wonderful soror of Sigma Gamma Rho Sorority Incorporated. So again, if you are watching, we need some little girls. I'm here for you. We have our other sorors with the roars, so just contact us, and we would get your roars or your Rosebuds in action and be ready to serve as we do with sorors. So thank you all for that.
And I have to give a special shout out to our rowers who were socially active for this voting season. They created a video, and they encouraged everyone to vote for them because they couldn't vote. And so each one recorded their own little video, and then we put it together. And it was just beautiful to see that they cared about what was going on in this country as well. So
yeah.
It was really good.
That's amazing. I want to say good morning to Bridget Morton Allen. Says amazing, and she's laughing at y'all stories.
My friend, he was there when I was going through all this mess back then.
Okay. And Kenya says, "Amen. Vision boards are a must." Mm-hmm. So yes, indeed. All right, ladies. So in our final moments, we're about maybe 3 minutes or so. Any final words you'd like to share? Any updates, just reminders, or?
Sure. I would actually like to invite the entire community. We have our Founders Day program this Sunday, and it is at 3 p.m. and it is on Zoom. I encourage everyone to follow us on all social media. We're the Mu Sigma Sigma alumni chapter, and we have a special guest speaker who will be our undergraduate chapter coordinator for the Southwestern region, as well as inspirational gospel artist Angela Blair Jeffries. Also during that program, we are recognizing and honoring some people who have done some great work in the community during the pandemic. So that's this Sunday at 3 p.m. And if you look on our social media sites, you will see all of the information for the Zoom, and it is free to the public and open to the public.
Righty, thank you. All right, ladies, we still have a minute and a half. Anyone would like to share anything else?
So just check us out all week long. This is Mu Sigma Sigma week. Launched out yesterday, so check us out all week long. We're doing phenomenal things all week long. So hey, continue to check out our webpage, our website. Hey, this is Rovember, so we've actually the whole entire month. So keep checking us out. But this is Mu Sigma Sigma week, and we are enjoying our Founders Day. Like she said, join us for this wonderful open house. You definitely want to miss it. Come and join us. Hey, for everything that we're doing, donate. We have a raffle that is currently going right now. Just check us out, continue to donate. Hey, and also I just wanted to point out actually our Sigma Soul for Sunday, November 22nd, at 6 p.m. Actually, that'll be Eastern time. We have our very own soror Cherie Leonard and soror Sheila Sewell. They will be in the house, and also soror Miranda Curtis, a renowned gospel artist. So please join us for that.
Okay. Sean only says looking forward to the Sunday program, to your Sunday program. Kenya says keep up the fantastic job of serving and sowing. Continued blessings to you all. And Kimberly Davis says doing great things, ladies. With that, we have to go.
And cash app your favorite poodle, $19.22 today.
Yes.
All right.
Cause. It's going to a good cause.
That's right.
So for those of you who are still on our Facebook Live feed, like they said, find a lady from Sigma Gamma Rho and donate. Throw them cash apps. Put them cash apps on your Facebook page, ladies, so they can.
Indeed, we will.
All right. Well, I thank you, ladies, so much for joining me on today, and thank you, everyone who tuned in. Have a wonderful.
And thank you, KLEK, for having
you,
Thank
KLEK,
you.
for the support.
Thank you. Happy Founders Day, ladies.
Thank you.
so much.
Thank you so much.
I said my sorors.
Hey!
Yes.